All right. Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing? See, right now I have an empty space behind me, but that will be occupied soon. Zach's still on the road right now, but Sasha will be back. She had to make some snack of sorts, and will be in second chair behind me, the co-pilot.
In like 5 seconds.
Oh, there she is. So, and Jordan's the first. I think you're the first. Someone's came in before, but right now I'll go with it officially. Jordan is our first one. Gamer Bro Jordan is right there. So, yeah, we do plan to move over to that on Twitch and do that fun times after this. So, yeah, got it. So, I decided, since we're kind of doing two live streams back to back, it's kind of the new trend right now. Probably start the drinking more so for the gaming side. So I'll start right now, and then you're like, oh god, now we have another 2 hours or 3 hours or 6 hours of gaming to do. So
We're going for 12 this time.
yeah, non-stop. I should do the typical social media content creator person, be like, all right, for 10,000 likes, we will live stream gaming after this on Twitch for 13 hours straight.
And then we get like 10, but yet we still go ahead and do it.
Right, yeah, exactly. We're like, we're close. We'll round up. We're like, oh, I could do it. 8 hours, and we're like, it's almost 13, we'll round up. But yeah, no, Jordan is too bad that other night when you asked that it was a bad night for us. And then last night I got on, and you saw that one. That was a good stream with my friend Kane, who might be joining us to fill out the team as a fourth person later on. I tagged him in this live stream, but I'm going to give him in the intermission, as I call it, between live streams. I'll notify him privately also, be like, hey, still up?
Oh, you just reminded me. I forgot my drink, so I will be right back.
Okay, yeah, this is water right now. It's weird.
Well,
right?
I'm getting my pop.
I know.
Soda pop, whatever you want to call it.
Jordan says, chill and playing some Minecraft and seeing the tag on Facebook, so stop by. Oh, cool. I hesitated to tag you at first because you're not like part of this particular live stream, but I was like, well, if you sub to the channel, you'd get notified there too, perhaps. You know, assuming YouTube's notifications don't fail as often as Facebook's do. You would have been notified either way. You would have seen when we were live, but figured it didn't hurt. So, you
I'm
good?
just knocking everything over. Yeah, I was trying to see if I got my notification, because new phone, I have to re-log into everything, so
Oh yeah.
it just reminded
She'll
me that
tell her story. It's been quite a week. She'll go
yeah.
over that in a moment. Let's see here. I don't mind getting tagged, bro. Okay. Cool. Well, I figured if anything, it's like you just remove the tag and tell the person to leave you alone. If that happens, I've had to tell. More so, my pet peeve is when folks, when it's unrelated to me and it's like a 50, 60, whatever group text or tag post thing. It's the same to me as being invited unsolicitedly into a group message. I hate that.
It's like, especially if it's a spam one. I had a couple
Well,
of those.
that
I had
too.
to automatically block and delete because of that.
I had a friend, at least she asked, but they seem to go through alternative and emo groups all the time because she'd asked me shortly after adding me, do you want to be a part of that group? And I'd always declined. And then this last time I was like, oh, sure, why not? I accepted it. And then, of course, I seen, there was a disbanding of sorts within it. I'm like, oh, wow, this is why I don't do this. That's one reason. And so they, I guess, kicked in, after that happened, the drama within that chat group that had nothing to do with me. They, like, kicked everyone out. The admins kicked, like, everyone out. And then I was like, okay, well, that was short-lived. I was like 3 weeks. And then, I kid you not, about a month later, so more recently, about 2 weeks ago, She's like, hey, part of this group, do you want to be added? I was like,
No.
no, but I do appreciate you for asking this time, though, instead of just adding me. The last time I did try to give it an attempt just to prove myself right. And so, yeah. Jordan says, sadly, YouTube never sends me them. Oh, well, that sucks. I thought Zuckerberg was bad. We moved over to YouTube as one of the reasons that, because for me, I get notifications. The only thing that I don't see consistent is shorts notifications, and that's, she didn't know that I posted shorts. Well, she got notifications, but they're 4 days later. I'm just starting to try to get into shorts. I'm not a fan of them. I know where they come from. It's the kind of the TikTok gang fighting and spreading their influence over all these other formats, and I'm a long form content creator. I've done it for years. I've done that, and I understand to try to change to get with the times to ride that algorithm, even though it's annoying as hell.
I don't remember what I used to log in. I'm gonna have to look at my other phone.
Oh, okay.
So that's a remind me later thing.
Okay. So first thing on here, as I mentioned, let me pull up here. And you've seen, we did have a new member on, I did tag him in this too, so I don't know until he gets his computer though if he's actually going to be able to join and get Discord, but he was like, hell yeah, and I mean, he seemed eager to do that, but yeah, our friend Jim joined this past week. He's also in Europe, he's in the Netherlands, so that makes him Dutch, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
So have to ask him. Don't assume it.
I believe so. So he's our first European international thing.
Going international, people.
Yes. So happy to have him. Yeah. So that was his first one. And he's right now he's doing with what he has. You know, he has I said he's bringing back the early 2000s flip phone. Footage.
Going back to the early emo days.
Very nostalgic, yes. Kind of the low-key joke about that right now, but am hoping someday, and I think he is too, that someday we'll get that better camera. And if he's doing mostly song reviews, which he's open to different possibilities, but that's kind of what he's starting with here. And all he needs is, he doesn't even have to do anything with his phone, he just get a good web camera. If he gets a decent computer, and go from there. So, but we welcome him nonetheless. Vesper, hello. See, you got the memo. I didn't know if you remembered yet if it was a habit that you'd be like, oh, is Creatures going? Or if you got notified, because we were just talking about how YouTube sometimes picks and chooses when it sends notifications out. But if you're in a position you want to join us on this, being a member of the channel, let me know if I need to resend you a new invite to Discord. We can bring you on.
As long as they don't leave the group, I think you should still be able to be in it, because I still have it, even after that very first link you sent.
Yeah. I didn't know that they expired so soon. I guess.
You can change it when you send the invite.
Right, maybe I should.
So when you press create invite, it has the option to be able to change the edit invite link.
Oh, let me go there. Just a second.
It's been a while since I've done that.
Edit invite link.
Yeah.
Expire after set. Oh, there it is. So I could do never.
Yeah.
For certain people.
Yeah.
Generate new link. Copy. Jordan says, yes, you only need to join one time, bro. I'm still in it from 2018. Back in the day. Yeah. So, okay, Vesper. Take it or leave it. I can send it your way if you want to join on camera. Go ahead. If not, and you're doing your own thing, I understand. That's fine, too. I tagged Zach, too, and he's not here yet, but who knows what he's up to. He's, again, he's on the road. There. This one should have a unlimited time on it, so it should not expire. The link I just sent you. if you choose to accept.
See, it kept me log in for Discord. Why didn't it do it for other things? I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know. Weird. But yeah, let me go to what I was about to pull up here. So I'll keep that one open. Second here. Oh, that's not the right password? What? Oh, hey, there's Vesper.
Hey.
Here, let me go over here. Oh, that's okay. Are you not able? Are you just gonna join by that, or by voice, or by video? Are you gonna be on video then, or are you gonna be on just in the voice? Okay, that's all right. Oh, you're good. Yeah. Oh, Jordan says, anyway, hope you all have a fun stream. Talk to you after, gamer mates. Before I go, gotta say, we can't hear Discord. Oh, can't hear. Oh, 1 second here. Thank you.
Thank you.
I forgot to, there's a thing I gotta do. It's kind of annoying. Just a second. There you go. Now you should be able to hear her. Can you confirm, Jordan, before you go?
Hello. Made a noise so that could like test it.
Mm-hmm. There's gonna be a delay in the stream, so I'm just waiting to see if Jordan. That should fix it. It's basically yes. Yep. Okay. Yep.
Okay, good.
All right. Well, cool. Yeah, we'll send you a message when we're about ready to start on the game, because then she'll have to go and get on the other gaming computer, and we'll go from there. Then I got to send my friend Kane a message, and we'll go from there. Feel free to stop in, of course, like you sometimes do, periodically, if we are still going on this live stream, and you just want to check in again. And yeah, just like you said, we'll keep stream up and lurk, just can't talk as in a raid at the moment. Oh, I get it. Okay, so Emo's Not Dead crew. Some of you know of this, some of you don't. It's kind of funny because we were talking about how the 2020s have been kind of like the roaring 20s, you know, of our times now, which is a very awesome time to be. You know, you thought it was dying off. Yeah, raw XD. Yeah. People thought that it's like fingerless gloves are going out of style. The skinny pants are long gone, or whatever.
Never.
It's like no.
How dare they say that?
No, exactly. And now, if anything, it's come back in more popularity. Hence, you know, certain bands like My Chemical Romance getting back together again. Us elder emos everywhere rejoicing and being like, yes, yeah, you know. And so, Emo's Not Dead Cruise. This is, you know, when it first came, I couldn't do either of them last year. The When We Were Young festival, which sometimes they call When We Were Dead festival. I like that. I like that name too. That was a slip-o I made once, but it was funny.
But it caught on.
It makes sense. And anyway, this year got an inch closer. Like I participated in their early booking signed up for that, and so that way I'd be put. I guess it's kind of done first come first serve, and even in that before it's opened up to the public. But when it was opened up to the public, then the rest of the tickets sold out in one day. Last year, the first year they did it. Anyway, I've never been on a cruise before, but this is the way that I kind of want to do it. So if they do it year 3, definitely going to try to be in a better position to commit to this, because I want my cherry popped on the sea, but I want it to be with this cruise, and not just any, boomer retiree Caribbean, Carnival cruise where half of the people get sick. I don't want to, that's just, no. I'd rather do this.
It almost makes me glad that I haven't been on one yet.
Right.
Because if that is the first one, that'd be awesome.
Right, wouldn't it be? So, anyway, this is just kind of show you example, because right now my booking time it opened up about 5 hours ago. And I can't commit to it again this year, sadly, but I got a glimpse further into what it looks like, so I was going to share that with you. So let me do the... Let's see. Your data book. Let's do this. Hey, emo not day people. See, they even have, we have sad on this channel. They have END, so end. So similar thing here that Matt was kind of doing with a cool acronym abbreviation kind of thing. So dropping by a friendly reminder that your pre-sale booking time for Emo's Not Dead Cruise is today. Don't miss out on your chance to join us on the Sea of Tears. So, you go in here. I was going to show you kind of what it looked like. If I can remember to log in here. Emo Turtle. Alright, so those of you who don't know what it's like to book on a ship, at least for an Emo's Not Dead cruise, this is kind of what it will look like. So you go and you choose your room type, how many guests, your 2, 3, 4, 5, and then single guests right here. But you can kind of see if you're going single on it, it's going to be more because all that cost is on you, And even from looking earlier, the early pre-sale stuff is selling out quickly. Because there was more, when I first looked, a few of these were still available. And that was just a few hours ago.
That was when you woke me up, right?
Yeah. And so our third class passenger equivalent right now for us, because we're broke bitches, would be right here. And this is again.
I'm broke.
Yeah, I know, right? You know what I'm talking about then. So this is per person. Keep that in mind. So yeah, it's pricey, but any cruise really is. I mean, for the most part. I mean, but this one's special because it has the bands in that you're in that kind of close quarters with for almost a week or however long it is. And so that makes it that much more cooler, I guess, in a way. It's like, that's awesome. Who knows? You might run into the, I'm just throwing a band there, lead singer of Yellow Card or Simple Plan. They're just walking around, it's like, oh, hey, man, I don't think that kind of accessibility is really even a thing really so much anymore. I mean, I remember it happening at Warped. People could just do that. You see them at the beer tent, and you would run into, Ronnie Radke over there. Oh, hey, what's nowadays there's it seems like unless you pay an outrageous price for VIP tickets, getting access to the band is
like pulling teeth.
It's harder now, yeah. So I'll click on this just to kind of show you what happens, and I'll go to only as far as I can go. And then it shows you the ones that are available here. And the diagram, let me get rid of this guy, of the ship is right here. So this is what this looks like. So she's a big mother. Bigger
Not as
than
big.
Titanic.
Yeah.
I just don't know that. I can't think of the footage right now and tonnage, gross tonnage off the top of my head right now, but she's big. And so, to give you the perspective here, this is the forward or bow part of the ship, as we would call it that. You know, the mid area, and then the aft or stern.
Or ass.
Or the ass, yeah. The poop deck was back there, yeah. Good.
The ass end of the stick.
Yes, exactly.
Poop
So,
deck.
I know, it's a funny word. So we were looking at, let's see, 13 is a good number. So 9613 for 2 guests, for example. So 9613 would be right here, 9613. So it's an interior room, of course, because you're going to pay even more of an arm and a leg and a kidney to get a balcony or porthole room.
Which, in my opinion, is kind of pointless if
It's
you're not going
not-
to be in the
right.
room very much.
Right, if you're going to be out exploring the ship more so, which we probably would be if it was me,
Yep.
and only go into the room to sleep or relax, or also watch the movie Poseidon. I don't know about you, but when I'm at sea, I want to watch a movie about tragedy at sea and ship disasters. I just want to experience that. I just want to do it. Anyway, so click on 9613. Okay, it'll take you to the next thing. So this is what the room looks like.
You
Oops.
can't see it.
Shit.
Are
There
we
you
just
go.
browsing? Are we browsing
We're,
or buying?
we're browsing for this year.
Yeah, I'm just showing you guys, just kind of show as far as I went, because it was, you know, a learning thing for me. I've never done a concert on a ship before, so this is what it would kind of look like if anyone was interested in seeing kind of what it looked like. And this is the pre-sale. It would benefit. I would definitely do this again. So next, if they have it again a third year, which if it's successful year 1 and 2, I could see Matt and them doing it again. Why wouldn't they? That'd
Right.
be silly to not do it. So you just
Yeah,
pay attention to their news stuff, because it changed last year. Their first year, I think it was out of California, and it was in November. This year, or this, I guess next year technically, it's in the spring. It's in March,
So I wonder if they'll have one.
and it's
in
out
the,
of Florida.
In the fall then.
We could hope if they have one in the fall, that'd be kind of cool. But at the same time, though, if you have it on the East Coast and it's in the fall,
Then it's probably
you
gonna be
want to
West
make sure
Coast.
it's later in the fall because hurricane season.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is what it's looking like.
This was a serious debate with us whether or not it was affordable for this year.
But the down payment, you know, it'd be $100 each, so $200 split in half for 2 people. That's okay. And the payment plans, when you look at them, they do work with you, you know, for your payment plans and what you could do. But you're splitting this up into fourths for one of the payment plans. That's still quite a bit. Or, you know, there's a monthly option. There's some other things, which I'm sure there's fine print on. But I couldn't get to a point to where I could show you what that actually looks like, because the checkout, if we do this, goes to add guests, and then it will have you fill in your information soon. I guess I can go to continue. No, I'm going to cancel. I don't want to do...
Don't risk it.
Yeah, I don't risk it for the biscuit, of which I'm not even eating right now. So,
Sadly.
anyway, so that's what this looks like, people of all viewerships that are watching. And then you get to this, and then the payment, and then you probably open up to the payment plan options, I'm guessing, once you get to that. But I don't feel more comfortable getting further past to try to do this. I'm not putting my card information into anything right now.
So you put in a card that has absolutely nothing on it and can't be charged. That's why I have a Cash App. I have it connected to my Apple, so if something
There you
tries
go.
to come out, it'll try and charge that. There's nothing that can come off of it, and then it's like, hey, there's something coming off your card.
Right.
What am I subscribed to?
So, anywho, so that's what that is on there. Let's make sure there's not anything that was pertinent on here that I just showed everybody. Yeah, my phone number briefly, but and then our email, which is fine. You need to know that anyway. Society of Alternative Dimwits at yahoo.com, which I've had some people actually message that inbox. I had a couple inquiries. That other person I wrote back to didn't even respond, so I don't know what's going on with that.
The one about mine?
No, the one that was about she's a form of witch and was wondering how that falls within this, but she's interested and never got back, so I don't know. But anywho, so that is what we have with that.
This frappuccino's really good.
Your what?
This frappuccino's really good.
Oh yeah. So anywho,
you haven't even noticed any. You haven't noticed Discord, have you?
I've been busy. So, anyway, sign out of all of these.
I'm just saying, look at Discord right now.
Oh, you didn't tell me that you went live. I thought you were just doing your voice. I would have brought you on. Hello.
Alright. I had to put on my wig.
Yeah.
Sorry, no makeup, but you know what.
Oh, mine was literally 5-second makeup before I walked in here.
I'm like, makeup who?
Yeah.
I do like this wig, though.
I got too much hair to even try and put a wig on. Like, even for Halloween and stuff, I tried one time. It just kept popping off because my hair's just too thick.
Mine is, like, the opposite of thick. So it kind of works.
I'm kind of in the middle. I have a lot of hair, though, still.
Yours is so...
Mine's, like, down to my shoulders.
Yeah.
My actual hair is, so... But I usually, like, figure out ways to cut my hair up.
Mm-hmm.
For the wig. I actually like bangs.
Nice.
I like a little bit, but otherwise, when it starts getting that growth where it's like just in your eyes and you can't get it out, and then you have to use clips.
And you're like,
or even straightening it. You try and straighten it, and then next thing you know, it's like flipped like that.
My fringe like it's messed up. Like my fringe is all weird, so it's like I have to go like that with my hair.
Is this?
Oh, Jordan had said, if you want, I could send a card for you to try, as I have one. Use cards with 0 on them, but will work. Just won't work.
Won't
but
work.
We'll get you past that. Oh, no, it's okay.
Oh, I have one if he deems it where he wants to
We
do
wanted
that.
to go that far and see. Yeah, no, it's fine. Anyway, so it's Emo's Not Dead Cruise. It's goals. It'd be nice to try to do that. As I learned about it, they recommend but not require, because it's a same port of entry as departure. You don't need a passport for it, from what I read. But we were on the same page. It would be good to have one anyway, because there's travel plans I wouldn't mind doing, especially if I wanted to come see your ass over there in Ireland, Jordan. I would need a passport to do that. So it's something to work on anyway. Just wouldn't be pressured to have to do it as a time commitment for this.
2025 hopefully will be our year to be able to go.
Yeah. So
Why are you doing that?
sometimes it's funky like that.
Was it?
It could be
making
the splitter. It did. I heard it too. It was like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thought it was maybe my headphones because they're just a cheapo pair.
It could be the splitter, like I said, because these both have to be pulled out a little bit, which is not normal. I think that they had. So it could be this.
This is not normal.
Not normal.
Well, neither are we,
I'm
so
not
I guess it
normal.
makes sense.
Exactly.
Although the city I work in is called normal.
Yeah, she does work. So that's a segue. Do you want to talk about how your week went?
Oh, it's such a long story. So, starting off, I have a brand new boss. Doesn't know anything about the company. Doesn't know anything about the products. So I'm training him on top of trying to get our store together. So far, he's doing pretty good. He's got the actual drive and the want to learn, which for me is a big deal because I don't want to be playing boss lady all the time when I've actually got a boss. So, what was it? Wednesday, I went into work super early because after work, I had to go drive to go see my kids. So, an Indiana trip. I left work at 11:30 our time. So, 12:30 my kids' time, and I would have gotten there in plenty of time to pick them up from daycare. Well, starting off, apparently my brain decided that I needed to just come back home because I got on the wrong exit, and seeing how my phone was turned off, I had no service to be able to fix my GPS. I had to find a place that had Wi-Fi just to fix my GPS so I could even get to Indiana. Once I hit about Joliet, my car spazzed out while I was stuck in traffic. And it decided to spaz out and basically tell me it over something, overpowering engine or something like that, and to service Stabilitrek. Don't know what that is. So I got off on the first exit I could. I found a AutoZone, and they ran a check, and they told me that I needed to replace my mass airflow sensor. I'm like, great, that's gonna be $103 that I don't have right now. So I babied my car. I got it all the way to Indiana. Kind of in a panic because, I was supposed to be there by about 3:30, 4 o'clock, and it's now almost 6:30, and my kids are going to bed in like an hour and a half. And I had to get to Wi-Fi so I could even let their dad know, hey, I am here. I'm on my way. I do want to see them. So I get up to go and see them for a little bit, and they're upset because they're not going with me, and they lost out on time with me. Well, my plans for where I was going to stay that night kind of fell through. So I ended up sleeping in my car in a Walmart parking lot. And of course, in the middle of the night, when it got cold, I went to go turn on my car and it stalled. And I'm just like, great. Now I managed to get it started. I took it over. I got gas because I thought maybe it was because it was a little colder out. And it's been a hassle. And then I got told by 3 different other people that it has nothing to do with my mass airflow valve or sensor. It's my fuel injection pressure sensor, or some other piece along that line too. Well, it's a special order part that wasn't going to be here till Thursday in Elkhart, and I had to be back here for work last night. So I ended up finding a mechanic that was able to get the part for me, but he wanted to charge me $40 to do his own diagnostic on my car, and then whatever the cost for labor and stuff would be. Well, there was no way I was going to be able to afford that, so I'm like, I'll just buy the piece and I'll put it in myself, because I was told it was just as simple as unscrewing the one and screwing the other one back in. Well, looking up videos while I was spending time with my kids before coming back to Illinois, and it's not that simple. I have to take out half my car to be able to get to the part where this piece is for me to unscrew and screw it in. So needless to say, my car did manage to get back to Illinois. I got to work, worked my shift. That was fun. Got home. Now it's sitting out there waiting for me to put this piece in, and I'm going to have to get a mechanic to come and help me.
Yeah. So Indiana did not want her to go back for
No.
some reason.
Yeah, my car is like, oh, we're going back to Indiana? Let me just have a seizure
For
right
a
now because
hissy
I don't
fit.
want to go back.
Yeah.
Can't blame it. I didn't want to go back either, but that's where my kids are.
Yeah. It's like the universe is saying, don't go back.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if it weren't for my kids being there, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
But right now, feasibly, I can't move them into the mansion. I'm still looking for a place of my own, and their dad is very much a part of their lives. We've had split custody since I left him. So I'm not trying to completely take them away from their dad. And
That's valid, honestly.
Yeah, and they're still in school, so it's not like I can really keep them here on my days.
Or start a new school.
Yeah. So, and my oldest, she's finally got herself a little best friend that is actually spending the night at her dad's tonight. So she doesn't want to move here with me when I do get my own place, just because she doesn't want to leave her best friend. She kind of broke my heart with that one. I'm like, oh, kid, I'm sorry. Realistically, the chances of her having that friend throughout her entire life aren't great. But I understand that, she's finally got somebody that understands her and clicks with her, and she kind of wants to keep that. And she's afraid to lose contact.
Oh,
So that's my spiel for my week.
oh man.
Yeah.
Today really sucked because I was in the heat most of the time.
Oh yeah,
That sucks anyway.
it was about 9 o'clock when I got to work last night. Now, mind you, when I slept in my car, I only slept for like 2 hours because I had a hard time sleeping in my car.
Yeah,
And
that's valid.
So I got up at like 3:30 in the morning, Indiana time. By the time I got off of work, it would have been about 5 o'clock in the morning, Indiana time, and it takes me about 2 hours to get home. So it was 7 o'clock in the morning, Indiana time. So I'd been up for...
She slept all day today for the most part.
Yeah, I'd been up for over 24 hours. I was exhausted.
I mean, your body needs rest, so
Yeah.
it's understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to try not to do that because it gets kind of dicey driving home when I'm tired.
Driving and tired, so this is equivalent to,
Not a
buzzed
good
while
mix.
driving. That's not good either.
Yeah, I stopped at the gas station on the way home to buy something with sugar in it just to give me that little bit of a sugar rush to get me the rest of the way home.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep, some people get slangry, which is like sleep angry, and then some people get
Which I've done that
hangry,
too.
which, I've been around
I
people
get
that get hangry.
hangry.
I don't get hangry.
My sister
that
does.
one, I've been around people, I've even dated one or two that they got hangry, and it's like, oh, okay.
Oh, my sister does. We were at...
I get annoying.
Yeah.
I get annoying with you. I'm like, I'm hungry. Feed me.
Yeah, there was one year we went to... it's called Growl Fest. It's something that's done in Indiana for 103.9 The Bears Big Growl. So it's concerts and stuff. There's been some pretty big names, like Seether and stuff was there one year, and a couple others. So we went to this restaurant afterwards and had the worst waitress I've ever had in my entire life. She took forever to even get around to us to take our order. Took forever for getting us drinks. Wasn't doing refills. And then when she brought our food, she ended up spilling my drink into my food because she knocked over my drink. Now, mind you, while we're waiting, my sister is getting worse and worse with her hanger. And she's like, if this bitch doesn't come in and bring us our food immediately, I'm going to snap on her. And then when she knocked my drink in, my sister just looks at her and goes, are you serious right now? Because the lady picked up my plate, she smells it, and she goes, oh, I think it's okay. No, I don't want Pepsi in my, I think it was chicken Alfredo. I'm like, no, I want a new one.
Yeah. Now, if they walked by and spilt garlic into my Alfredo,
I'm sure you would not mind.
Oh, I would have ate it anyway. Maybe would have gave him a tip.
You probably would have been like, you didn't spill enough. Go ahead and spill it again.
You're like, thanks for being clumsy around me. You just happened to make my night, so here you go.
No, you have no idea. I made, was it chicken Alfredo? Or was it the spaghetti?
You made spaghetti recently.
But I put garlic in it, and I had him taste it first. I'm like, I know you're going to add more, but I just want you to taste what it tasted like before you add your metric fuck ton of garlic to it. There wasn't nearly enough for him. Honestly, there wasn't really enough for me either. But no, that was the chicken Alfredo.
That was the Alfredo. Yeah, that was the thing before.
But yeah, I didn't want to put so much that it was overpowering for me, because I knew he could always add more to it. But
yeah, don't worry about that. Always add more.
There's a jar about this big. He uses about half of it in one.
Yeah.
I always try to make sure that the stuff doesn't have anything on it, and then we just add whatever you feel like putting on it on our own plates.
Mm-hmm. That works.
That works for the most part. I feel like with hamburger and stuff, if you don't add some sort of seasoning into it, it just tastes very, very bland, even if you add salt and pepper or anything afterwards.
Yeah, something you're cooking for, but yeah, as far as toppings go, whatever, just add it yourself. It's kind of like I'm trying to get her talked into trying lentil pasta, which is a healthier version.
I said I would try it.
Of that, because eating regular pasta, I haven't really done it in years. I've stopped years ago until her, and and it doesn't digest as well for me anymore. I'm more of a spaghetti squash kind of pasta guy. I mean, that's just me.
More for you.
Yeah, I know, more for me.
But I did agree that I would try
nothing
it.
wrong with eating shit that's healthier. It's good.
Now, we've joked about making shorts of me trying different things because...
Oh, that would be funny. I think 10,000 likes will get her to eat healthy shit.
Oh, God.
And get her reaction.
Okay, we're not going on... What was that show? Fear Factor?
Oh, well, yeah, but that one's like going
health...
and eating like gross stuff. That's in
but
terms of like bugs and...
This version, instead of Fear Factor, it's Health Factor.
Yeah, Health Factor. It's like the healthy choice emo version.
Oh my gosh.
No, there's been a couple things that he's had me try, like cauliflower pizza. I really do like that. And then there was a veggie straw thing.
There were basil, tomato, lentil slices. Yeah. And I had her try that, and she's actually
that one you didn't have me try it. You said something in the car, and I'm like, all right, give me one, I'll try it.
It cracked me up, her reaction, though. This is what I want to capture and show, because she's like, it's not that bad, boy.
Okay, backstory on that, though, is I'm one of the pickiest people in the planet, because my mom was an experimental cook, but I love her to death. It wasn't great cooking. So it made me very, very hesitant to try anything new at all. Because I have that trauma still.
What about you, Vesper? Are you a picky eater?
I used to be. Like, I'm so.
Okay.
I'm not like picky eater. I'm not really picky anymore.
Yeah. My sister is picky, as in she couldn't have her food touch. Which certain things, like I can't do... sour with sweets or regular food with sweets to a degree. It's kind of weird to have your apple crisp touching your salad.
Texture deal? Like, do you have problems with textures?
I do with
not
peas.
So much me. She does.
I don't like peas. I don't like the texture of them. And see, that's a whole nother story, because we were making dinner one night and he was making salmon.
Smoked salmon, yeah.
Now, I hate seafood. I don't like seafood. I told him it'll be a miracle if he gets me to eat any. So he was trying to be nice and cook his salmon at a higher temperature so that he could cook it at the same time as my cauliflower pizza.
I thought they could go in together, but no.
My thing is, fish tends to, like, the scent of them, the taste of them and stuff, it kind of seeps into other things that are cooked around it. So I was fearing that my pizza was going to taste fishy. And I didn't want to cook it together.
Yeah. Hey, Lupita, good evening. I'm glad you joined. And Jordan's back and says, I'm so picky, all I eat is chicken and pizza and pasta.
Yes! One of my people!
You want to know a comfort food of mine?
What?
McDonald's.
Really?
Yeah.
Well?
Yeah, I've had more McDonald's the last couple days than I care to admit.
I haven't ate there in years. Fast food, just in general, I don't really do anymore. I know.
Taco John's was the last one we did together.
Yeah, Taco John's, because of potato Lays, you can't go wrong there.
Oh,
and it was popping her cherry. She only had the Bell. Well, let me tell you, the John is better than the Bell. And she agrees now. Now she see what the fuss was about. But no, the one that I'll have that's kind of, it's a fast food joint, and I'll do it sparingly, but I don't mind it, which it's one of those things that people are divided by. Either they like it or they hate it. They do not, there's nobody in the middle. Are you going to say Chick-fil-A? No, I was going to say White Castle.
Oh, okay.
The White Castle is definitely one of those that people are like, ew, or they love it.
But they're only good when you, like, fresh. If they're sitting there for even more than 10 minutes, it's like...
That or the grocer's freezer. That's cheating, and that doesn't count, because that is not fresh. You have to get your chicken sliders or your famous White Castle sliders from a White Castle.
Yes.
That's the only way to have it.
My kids' dad used to get the frozen ones, because where we lived in Indiana, the closest White Castle was 3.5 hours away in Indy. So... instead of making that long trip, he was just like, I'm going to get the frozen ones for now. So anytime we would have to go to Indiana or Indianapolis, he would make sure to stop and get some.
Yeah. Otherwise, I hardly ever. I mean, I don't really eat out at restaurants at all, really.
I do.
I know you do, but you're on the road more anyway.
Yeah.
Than me. It's easy for me to not go there. Even when I did commute, I would not go to them.
I don't really like I don't like eating out in public for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
But if I have to, I will.
If it's by myself, I don't.
I get it to go if I'm by myself.
Yeah.
Exactly. Same.
But, like, for me, especially with going up and seeing my kids, I don't have a place there anymore. So eating out, it's, like, kind of my only option besides going to a store and, like, having stuff in, like, a cooler thing. And
right.
I did that for my trip to Florida. I had a little cooler and I kept bologna and bread and stuff in it, just so that I could make sandwiches rather than spend the money, because it was kind of a tight budget getting down there in the first place.
And living here, it's not like you just order something for drop off. But I live just far enough out of like a major metropolitan area. We're in a village here that even DoorDash doesn't come out here.
No, we tested DoorDash,
and
Grubhub.
Casey's, if they did delivery, Casey's Pizza, it's more Midwest thing up here. They wouldn't deliver out here.
Nope.
So we really would have to go to town. We kind of do a weekly town run, as I call it. And then while we're there, if we decide to get some kind of restaurant food, like Chinese or whatever, it's not necessarily fast food, but we'll pre-order it on the way, pick it up, and take it home. That kind of thing. It's really our only option out here. Anyway.
Yeah, last time we did that, I didn't realize how little bit of rice compared to my egg drop soup, so we had to stop at the store so I could get some white rice.
Yeah. So, fun times. But I love, like I said, the privacy more so and the lack of the rules. It's definitely nicer location
Oh, I love it out here.
to live. And have a nice neighbor, for the most part. It helps. That always helps when you live next to neighbors that leave you alone or they watch out for you and stuff. Like he gave me a heads up that around just not necessarily here, but just in the county and just kind of in this region of Illinois that there's, I guess, like anywhere in the world, there's daytime thieves, I guess, that kind of go in and if they see an opportunity, kind of like how people see your FedEx package on your front door and then they take it, that kind of thing where they kind of see whatever's loose and out or in sight that for the grabbing, sadly. But he has his cameras out on his house. He always has. And I thought about getting some system here too. But but he gave me that heads up. I'm like, oh, cool. Anytime we need, we had a little nut thing fall off the mower this last time I was using the lawnmower. I know alternative people lawn mowing is kind of weird.
That was an adventure.
But I went to the neighbor and he happened to have one and it seemed to put back on and it's worked. So it's nice to be friendly to your neighbors if they're friendly back.
Speaking of, maybe he would know of a local mechanic.
Maybe. You can message him or I can give you the number to message. Well, speaking of, you didn't even message that realtor yet.
Not yet, because I just got my phone back yesterday.
She hasn't been asking because it's been over a week since I gave you the number, so
yeah,
she hasn't been asking.
I'll talk to her, or I'll text her tomorrow, because since I'm off and I'm not having to
run
around.
Too.
You what?
She's off tomorrow.
I'm off tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, since this
we all are, actually.
Yeah, this weekend I was supposed to be out there with my kids because Mother's Day is on Sunday, and I'm afraid to drive my car that far because I don't want to get stranded in Elkhart.
Yeah.
So, that would be bad. Aw.
So you'd rather be stranded here in a
Yes,
way.
I would definitely rather be stranded
You
here
wouldn't
than
have to
Elkhart.
sleep in a car.
No, that's the only reason.
Yeah. A lot of cat there.
Yeah, I got to see. We got to see Rogue.
That's her dog again. For those who didn't.
Yeah, my dog Rogue. She's staying with a friend of mine. So I took my kids and we went and saw her on Thursday. So yesterday. She has gotten so big already, and then when we were leaving, we had to try and sneak out and had to have her on the leash because she was trying to go out with us. I felt so bad. I'm like, don't worry, one of these days you'll get to come home with us again.
Oh, what's that?
Yeah, oh, trust me. In Twala, I can't even go and see like that because that's another hour and a half from Elkhart.
Mm-hmm.
Makes me sad.
Yeah, but she's doing good. She's with a really good friend of mine. I've known him since I was 3, and he's got 3 boys of his own. He's got big land and a husky up at his other house, where she can run around. She's got another dog to play with. She's got kids to get her out of the house and get her running around and stuff. So it's a lot better than being crated here while I'm at work and everything else. So.
Mm-hmm.
It's good for her.
So, but yeah, the other thing I wanted to mention before I moved on to too many other things. So, Paranormal Endeavors, the other series on my main channel, which got the leader of that team since 2010. We're slowly piecing together Chapter 9. We call them chapters because it's better in seasons in terms of personal growth and development in the team and individually, so the chapters go better with it. Anyway, Chapter 9 right now, and it's getting to a point where I'm trying to figure out what to make for the background for it. Those of you who follow that series at all notice that when my team speaks, there's a green screen behind them, and then they have whether it's an old-looking Victorian house or a ran-down insane asylum that's abandoned, whatever. These are models that I build for it. But this year, I don't know the time commitment I can have towards it because I have various different things going on, including this, and I'm not sure how all out I'll go with it because a couple of those houses up there took 8-9 months to build, and not to mention they're not the cheapest things to build, and I gotta refine my patience because gluing the wood siding, if I ever do that on them again, that takes time, or like advanced doll houses, if you will. So with lighting and I mean they're cool, but
Do an abandoned
I might go abandoned.
train.
Maybe. I thought. Well, I kind of did a castle idea, but then at the same time I'm actually going to kind of towards like in Peoria, kind of a worn down industrial looking creepy place.
Ooh, like that
Something
one
like
we
that.
passed by all the time and said that'd be really cool to...
Something along those lines. Then I wouldn't have to necessarily deal with lighting. I could just work with making it just look spooky from the outside.
Well, and if you need cardboard...
Oh, that, and I saw that box in there, because this computer's paid off now, yeah. Through the loan, so I'm still kind of paying it. But I have the cardboard box that came in, which is kind of big. If you've seen my unboxing video, you'll see how big that is. Could use that and different stuff.
Well, I can start bringing some cardboard home.
Yeah.
Various sizes and everything else, because we've got products of
I
all
definitely
sizes.
let you know. Yeah, I'm going to start with what we have because I don't want to overaccumulate and then have too much of it.
More for the burn pile.
Yeah. But yeah, and so once that gets going, then Chapter 9 of Paranormal Endeavors, then we'll start having new clips, like first scenes and stuff of it, even though the full episodes are still a little ways off before that. It would be nice to start them, regardless of if we have a full chapter done or not, in time for Gothmas in October.
I'm so excited.
That would be cool, because we have at least 6 case episodes, something like that. And normally I do like 7, or I do 8 or 9. So if we have a couple more cases pop up, then boom, we have another full chapter. And I know Jordan watches that stuff. He's kind of into the paranormal stuff too, and I think he watches some of that stuff. Oh, and speaking of, Jordan's like Pikachu in the chat. So
Yes, Pikachu.
So, what's funny about you bringing up Pikachu, though, when I was at my kids' dad's house yesterday, one of his girlfriend's kids was dressed up and acting like Pikachu, crawling on the floor and everything else. So I told him the story when Jordan was little. She got mad at me one time. She's got this Build-A-Bear. Her name is Cinnamon. She threw it at me and she goes, "Pikachu, I choose you." I'm like,
nice.
She was like 4. It was great.
It's funny.
Are you going to start talking like Pikachu now?
Pika, 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 Pika.
Attention all people watching, we have Pikachu as our special guest tonight.
Pika, Pikachu.
I'm waiting for Zach with his sound effects. If he ever came in and joined us right now, I could just hear him right now. You might be missing this creatures, which is the first in a while. He usually steps in at least for 5 minutes. Jordan says, yes, bro, I love watching your ghost stuff, and it's the real deal. Yes, unlike certain other folks, yes, it is. I appreciate that. Lupita says, how's the weather been up there?
Stormy.
It's been various degrees of activity, of activeness. We actually, later on tonight, it's more of a nocturnal event, but the storms are kicking up. They're in western Iowa and on the border with Nebraska. They had a few tornado warnings just a couple hours ago, and looking at radar now, they had one still when I started the live stream. It's a ways off from here, but it's moving gradually this way, and there's a lot of humidity in the air.
Well, good thing I'm not driving home this time.
Yeah, so we'll see. But no, very last one, I don't know if you've seen the pictures I had on Facebook, but they had a lot of hail producers with them. So.
I drove home during that one, and like I'm sitting here looking at the lightning and stuff. It looks so cool that I turned my phone, and I don't need my GPS to get home anymore. So I just had my phone recording up at the sky, recording the lightning and stuff. It looked awesome up until, the storm actually started for me, and I hit the hail, and then I was like, yeah, I'm done recording right now. I'm going to just drive.
Yeah, because you might have known, if you follow my weather page, I've done quite a few things on here. In terms of videos, there's this one was just fun. It was a cool, cute little dust devil, mini tornado, as we call them, little dust devils. Oops, I gotta skip.
They're only seeing part of it.
Right here. Yep, I had to move it over.
We are doing a dust devil intercept right now.
So you see it right here?
It's a nice one. Dust devils are not, they're mini miniature tornadoes, if they're even that. They're really not too harmful. This one's a nice one here.
So I intercepted this bad boy.
Get out.
It was a sexy looking one.
Yeah. Nice dust devil.
Sexy.
Very
Hey.
sexy.
Sexy.
I still have yet to actually see one.
Yeah.
There she goes. You can kind of see the funnel.
There she goes.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Aye. There she goes. There she goes.
So that was that one. That was a good one. There's a lot of them out that particular day. I had a couple intercepts, including driving through one of them, which I made a joke kind of about how if I had a Prius, I would not have done this. Because, Priuses, they have a lot of jokes about them anyway, but there was a storm chaser drove a Prius, and he made a not great decision, and his car rolled. Just
All right, we're
recently.
getting in position right here.
Sorry, I was talking to my dog.
Dust devil intercept.
Said language. She kept barking at my cat. Language.
Right here.
No.
Here we go.
woo, woo. So people are probably like, "What's going on?" No, it was funny because looking through the rearview mirror, I seen a van behind me that got pushed enough in the other lane, but no other cars are coming. Luckily, But one of the stronger dust devils had just kind of caused. It's like when you're driving a high-profile vehicle. And the straight line winds of maybe 60, 70, 80 mile an hour gusts that are coming broadsiding you, and it's like just enough to push you, and you're like, ooh, you got to really hold on to your wheel. That kind of thing.
And if I remember right, that day there was actually an accident somewhere in Illinois because of some of the dust devils going through and off the toll road or something. My dad had sent me a message asking me if I was okay. I'm like, yeah, why? He goes, there was a huge accident. I'm like, oh, I didn't know. I was at work.
Let's see here. Any more storms? Oh no. Jordan says, "Still glad I met you, bro. As we are alike, kinda. LOL." No, I'm glad I met you too. There's so many gamers I come across in the servers doing various things. And they're one and dones. Even maybe going to the step of adding you on Discord and then you never talk. I have probably a purge I need to do on my Discord, to be honest. 'Cause I have several friends on there. I'm like, who the hell are you? You know. Yeah, I'm not interested in just filling it out just to fill it out. It's a popularity contest. That's the reason I don't have my 5,000 maxed out on Facebook. That's the reason, Vesper, I was asking you those questions the other day because he had a secondary account, and I'm like, well, first of all, I thought, okay, is she hacked? You know, it's normally when I already have somebody that's a friend and I receive a request that's the same person again, that's usually like 8 out of 10 times they're hacked.
My grandma's had so many fake ones put up for her, it's not even funny. And then
Right.
they send me requests. I've gotten, I want to say, a good 5 of them this year already.
Right. So I'm not fond of duplicating. If I'll choose the account that you use the most, and I'll just keep it at that. I don't see a need to fill it out with, you know, people that have 6, 7 different, you know, or more. It's like, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna choose one of you. I understand people that do. Like I thought to appease my parents and family that want to add me on Facebook, and I always reject them usually. I could create a Facebook for family only, maybe. But I just don't think they're missing much. I mean, honestly, I don't need my family see the shit posts and memes that I have. They're not missing much. They're really not. So.
Yeah, I've got my personal one that I've had for years with my family and friends and stuff that I grew up with, and then I have my more professional one where it's my dirty one, is what I'm calling it now, because I can post shit memes and not worry about my grandma getting a hold of me telling me I need Jesus.
Right, people. So yeah.
And then especially with people that have added me from the vlogs and stuff like that, where they're not having access to all of my personal stuff. Like I want to keep that separate.
Mm-hmm. So, Jordan says, do you still do storms? Oh, well,
He
the
answered
answer
his own
got
question.
yeah. He answered your own question there. Love seeing the pics not seen in ages, but to be honest, I don't use Facebook a lot now. No, I know that. I know that you don't. A lot of people don't, so you're not alone with that. And I only really do it for sharing memes and stuff like that. That's really about it. And then my group pages are the one. If I didn't have the group pages I'm running here, I could see myself really fizzle out and not really check Facebook anymore either. It just says, you got some amazing pictures chasing tornadic weather recently. Some people associate dust devils with evil, hence their name. Yeah. This one was one that I took Emo Bro Zach out with me. This one was more of a... This was a tornado warning storm. Oh.
Really?
Knocking stuff down. But you can see the coloration on this.
It jumped.
The greenage. And this is right here. The high precip right here.
Which I learned all about when we went to the class for it.
Yeah, and that's one reason I recommend before you just go out and do this that you do attend storm spotter training courses. No, this cracked me up. This guy right here. He's a zombie.
Radar indicated tornado in that rain rat.
Yep, that's what I was watching to see if we could confirm it.
He's driving
Try and get a little closer.
All right.
in a zombie response vehicle, which is hilarious. I thought that was awesome. And so he's like typical, you know, redneck. He's like, I'm gonna try to get a little closer. Gang, there's a tornado warning on it.
See,
I'm
that's
gonna
what the
get
Prius
closer
did.
here. And I'm like, okay, be safe.
And that's why the Prius got flipped over
Yeah,
and
that's
everything
right.
else, because he got too close.
Yeah, that's why the Prius rolled. There I am doing my Reed Timmer point, a classic right there, wearing my Dark Side of the Moon Pink Floyd pajama pants, which I'm wearing right now also.
Oh, the irony.
Yeah, I know. I sped it up so you go, but I speed this up so you can see the motion, storm motion. It shows it better on it. And then Zach is with me too, and he wants to get his 11 pose from Stranger Things where he does the, you know, this. Look what that says. Oh yeah, that's so cool. I'd be very nervous.
Yeah, even after going to do that class, I still wouldn't go out on my own. It's a lot of information that they throw at you. It's a lot of information to retain.
Yeah.
So making sure that you are at least with somebody like him who's been doing it for quite some time would be a good idea.
Yeah, and I don't do a lot of night chasing because I'm not a huge fan of it. But here's a clip from a tornado warned storm. It's a wall cloud at nighttime that's backlit by the lightning.
And see, that's what I was worried about driving home because it was already super dark.
See? And that's the stuff that makes it scarier because a lot of people, to the untrained eye, they might drive it because you can't see it. Or they don't know what to look for. This is a wall cloud right here. So this is moving this direction. And the upflow is moving like this. So the place where a tornado would drop would be around in this area. And then there's RFD that's circulating behind it, which is rear flank downdraft, which the winds could be just as strong in that as a tornado itself. So
I gotta have you look at that footage that I did record from my drive home too.
yeah. Jordan says, bro, Stranger Things is the best. Well,
I have yet to watch it.
you have to see when Zach joins on here, he'll geek out, nerd you to death on it. I mean, he'll want to rewatch the whole thing with me, but now that you're here and you haven't seen it,
That's why
I'm
I
advising
haven't
Zach
started
to
it.
wait to start with season 1 all over again with you, and that'll
Watch
be our binge
season
watch.
1.
Yeah, I watched.
Oh, that's
I
all you
think-
got by though? You didn't get past any of the others?
I think I watched.
I
part
started,
of the
I
first
started the
episode.
second season, but then I stopped because I was just too busy with life after that.
Gotcha. Yeah. So, let's see here. Lupita says, wow, love that shot where the tornado's lit up by the lightning. I have to rewatch it like 4 times. I love it. Yeah, it's pretty good. And so isn't this next year? I'm trying to remember. That's the possibly last final season. 5. I knew there was a big gap between 4 and 5.
Yeah,
I just heard that Evil Dead Rise is gonna. I mean, that Stranger Things 5 is gonna have something about Evil Dead Rise or Evil Dead series, and I got excited. So I was like, "Oh yay!"
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Yeah, Zach will send me long audio clips and stuff, and he'll mention a whole bunch of stuff about Stranger Things. And there's been a couple times I'm like, well, I don't understand the reference, but I guess we'll have to change that eventually.
Mm-hmm. I think he forgets because that's just a second language.
Yep.
You know?
It's
Go ahead.
like people who speak Klingon.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Vesper?
Her mic's muted.
Oh, your mic's muted.
There you go.
There you
That's
go.
working.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. Once we end this stream, are you gonna join us over on the the gaming thing on Twitch?
Yes.
Okay. Because right now, Phasmophobia is on the agenda, and I'm still waiting to hear back from Kane, even though he was aware that we'd be
Do
doing.
you know
it
how
this
much it
night.
is right now?
When I last
It was
checked on
like-
stream, it was like 13.
Yeah, it was 13 and some change when I got it.
But you were
Okay.
saving, so don't do it if you can't. But if you can, you're missing. I mean, you see what you're missing out. You can join us if you can.
Me, guys, because I want to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
while he was twitching yesterday,
twitching.
twitching. That's why I paused.
It's twitching. Twitching. At least
But-
you didn't say it's tweaking. That's a whole. That's a
Right?
whole other thing.
I was at work, but I was listening to it through my headphone. But anytime certain things came up, I made sure to jump in the chat and give him some shit. Called him a noob because it'd been so long since he played.
Yeah, it's been a
whatever.
while since I did Dead by Daylight. That was, and they change it so much. That is a game
I
that
had known-
they bring
If I
out.
had known it was
updates.
I would have joined in.
Oh, it's fine. You can't make it all the time. It was kind of a last minute thing. I didn't even tell Jordan I was going live. It was just like my friend Kane was free and I was. I'm like, I'm just gonna jump on because I need to use this beautiful piece of hardware more, and I get that. You know, I think Jordan sent me some subtle hints that missing the gaming. So I was like, I don't know. And now that I have this, which is several steps up from my old gaming computer, it's new. I got to use it. Break her in, or as they said in Titanic, let's stretch her legs. Which sounds so dirty.
Yes, it does.
Jordan says, yes, it's still 13. So yeah, $13 on Steam. And who knows, I might do Mother's Day sales. I mean, Steam does sales like all the time, so. But it's not bad at 13. That's really considering what it is, even if it's glitchy. But like
And
Jordan
half our
says,
equipment
glitchy. But
doesn't-
God, I love this game.
Half our equipment doesn't want to load out, or we lose it.
We lose it
without
if you
even
don't
using
use it. Yeah, so be careful what you spend. That's my lesson to you if you do get it. Get something that you know if you're going to use that round, use it that round. Because it sometimes phantomly, paranormally disappears out of the truck. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, Lucas says, good night, creatures, and happy Mother's Day to all moms.
Thank you.
And have a great weekend. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're about to end the stream, so thank you for joining when you could. And Jordan says, not gonna lie, it was you what got me back into gaming. Well, a mutual thing. It's helpful to have someone to do, I guess we used to call it co-op, you know, where you play with other players, a multiplayer for the console people.
Okay, question. Does this work?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
But
I
yeah,
was making sure.
we do multiplayer or co-op, however you want to explain it. When you're playing with another human player and not just NPCing it all the time, like
Me.
well, like somebody else that we know that used to play with other people. Jordan knows who I'm talking about, and he ruined his life. Anyway,
Well, that's what happens when you cuss at kids.
well, that too. He did a lot, but anyway, so
Anyway,
certain things that are bad that were done, but yeah, it's nice to have actual friends that you can play games with, and that helps then be more likely to pull back in and doing it. And now that we have maybe a schedule sort of starting up to where, you know, that Friday nights usually, especially if we start on time with this stream, we can move on to the other game. And weekends are our best bet. Occasionally there's a fluke, like last night when I did Dead by Daylight, where on a weeknight.
tell me when you do it next time.
Okay, do you have Dead by Daylight?
Yes.
Oh, you have that one. Okay.
I don't.
I got that as a gift.
Yeah. You have it on what?
Steam.
Oh, it's so for computer.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if you did because
I
I
got
knew
that
it
as
was
a gift,
I
so
knew it
I'll
was
take
a
it.
cross-platform game, so I didn't know if you had it for something else like a console. But
I have it for PC.
Oh, we still gotta check and see if that GTA 5 works.
yeah, well, Jordan mentioned that to try to kind of get back into our old school, you know, our old stomping grounds and join that.
I have a good idea for a game to play too. Among Us.
Yeah, that'd be another one that we need even more people for. Among Us is one of those. Have you ever heard of it?
I've heard of it, never played it.
It's kind of like the whodunit of games, where you're kind of these little. It reminds me of Pac-Man, honestly. Those little ghost things that are kind of going around this like ship or whatever, doing different things, and that someone's the killer. You got to guess who it is.
So it's kinda
You
like
vote
Clue.
each other off. Yeah, it's like Clue, and but really like 6 or more players for that to be fun.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So there's a game that my daughter likes to play. I don't know if you've heard about it, Vesper. It's called Gang Beasts. It's
I've
one
never
of
heard of that.
it's one of the funniest things to watch. Like it's like you know how people run in anime with their hands behind their backs, like kind of like this. Well, that's all they're doing. Like their arms are just kind of flopping like this the entire time, and then you like headbutt each other and try and throw them off the ledge. The last person standing is the winner. It's like one of the
Oh.
funniest things that I've ever seen in my life, but it's pointless at the same time.
Like August Rush flapping?
Yes,
Oh,
exactly.
that's exactly. It's a movie
I'll
reference.
I'll have to show you when I bring my consoles.
Okay.
They have rainbow earphones.
Nice. Yeah, we love the RGB stuff. I know Jordan has the same mic as I do, except his is the full different color, so I just have the red.
This was $5 at Walmart because it was on
Yeah,
clearance.
it works. If it works, that's great.
And
you don't
that
need
exactly-
to spend $500 on Turtle Beach.
That's exactly why I always have to make sure to hit the clearance section at Walmart. Anytime I go, it's like you never know what you're gonna find.
I literally
found-
was just like, okay, I do this. I'm gonna get it because why not?
I found
I mean,
a,
like you don't see that every day.
I found a fireproof safe thing that was originally $150 on sale for $50 at
Nice.
the one in Elkhart. I'm like, yeah, let me tell you how much I don't have that money, but that would be great to have for like all my documents and stuff that I need.
Right.
George says
That
Steam.
also comes with a little mic right here.
Nice. Steam has a big sale at the moment, 80% off, but sadly it's not on sale, so that one isn't. And to be honest, I've never seen it on sale. I'm with you. I think it's low enough that it is kind of what it is, unless maybe a Black Friday or what they call Cyber Monday deal where it maybe goes a little less. But $13 for Phasmophobia is pretty good. My somewhat GF girlfriend, LOL, loves Gang Beasts.
So
it's
at
so
least
funny
you know
to
what
watch.
I'm talking about.
So he knows. He knows. But yeah, so probably wrap it up here a little bit.
Need some help, I help her. Me and her goes way back, but I'll do whatever. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say thank you. I was getting loud. I didn't know. First I thought it was the TV, and I was like, oh, wait a minute. I think it's someone. Okay, so I think we will probably wrap it up here on this. So we'll continue the party over after intermission. If those of you want to join, be on Twitch momentarily. Oh, okay, gotcha. So yeah, I'll wrap it up here. So thank you for tuning in again for Creatures of the Night here. Any final thoughts for this stream?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay, we go munch on something and then grab my drink probably.
Ooh, I still have some too.
No, yeah, I left your mudslide for you because I knew that we were gonna be broke this weekend and I didn't plan on going to get extra alcohol. So yes, thank you for sharing it. Yep, Cinematic Gamer 5000 on Twitch. I need to finish filling out my little bells and whistles and have on OBS even, and just have a little thing on there. It just flashes my stuff. You know, I had one briefly for when I had both Venmo and PayPal. People are interested in doing donations and stuff. I had that on there, and then I got rid of PayPal, and I never updated the graphic because I don't have PayPal anymore. Anyway, but yeah, go ahead and wrap up here. So, like always, check our vlogs out on this channel. I'm curious to see what Vesper will do next, because Vesper's done her intro video, and now I'm curious what whether it's cosplay related or what she ends up doing. So stay tuned. Never know when any of us will pop up something.
Hey, side note, by the way, just over a month until that next concert.
Oh yes, and a next concert vlog that we'll have, next big concert vlog will be coming up in June for that, and we'll probably do something else in July in lieu of not being able to do the Emo's Not Dead cruise. So there's that. I need to make a Twitch for playing games or cosplaying. Yeah. I'm just curious what you're gonna do, Vesper. Curious, curious, curious. So Jim has another song review in the works. He already sent me it, but I just have to get to it. So I love how curious you are, Ben.
She meant hee hee.
Hee hee. Okay. Okay. It's like, you are Ben. Hee hee. I'm like, I'm Ben? Who? Ben Kenobi?
No, I'm sorry, that was a typo.
Oh, no, I get it. So. Alright. I'll go ahead and I'm going to mute the main things here. That's why I got to remember to unmute them, because they feed into Discord. But at the same time, I want the outro to play without us talking at the end, catching us over the outro, be like, oh, that was a good one, good game, how's that? That's good, let's stretch, and we're like, oh, you know, and you hear us all unwinding, and the viewers can hear it too, because it's not muted. It's like, oh, sorry.
It's like,
yeah, you might,
that's embarrassing.
That can be bad sometimes.
Sometimes. Yes. So, okay, there we go. So, peace.
Bye.
Rock on, sub. See you on Twitch for those who
Bye.
dare. Bye.